Hello again, everyone. My tripod is falling over, so let me try to get that settled. At some point, I knew this moment was gonna come, and when I too had to shit or get off the pot, and it's here, and I can tell you that I've thought about, and I'm gonna get into it in a minute, but I wanted to give you my thought process because nothing about the conversation I want to have is derogatory or maligns any organizers of any conferences or events, tech conferences or events. But when I said let's shit to get off the pot, I meant myself too. And so I knew I was putting myself out there to call some things out that I see, that I'm hearing, that I hear, and that I recognize that are standing in the way. This is all this is a teaching tool, a learning tool. But how you receive it, I have no control over. So that's where the angst kind of comes from me, because being a person who is both a member of an underrepresented and marginalized community, without my permission, I've been conditioned to doubt my own thoughts, to question my ability to speak out, to not upset the status quo, that someone, some entity, some group always knew what's best for me. So I'm just telling you all this because this conversation I want to have is a struggle for me. So it's really forcing me to do what I always say, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But this conversation needs to be had. So as people are learning that I'm creating a tech inclusion event, index, scorecard, whatever you want to call it. Actually, what it will be has turned into is a certification. I would really like to certify tech events as inclusive safe spaces for all. So as people are learning about this, people are coming to me and asking me, hey, this is the situation that I've seen, blah, blah, blah. What is your thought about this? And something came to me today. Someone brought up something today. And I'm just going to take a deep breath because we just need to talk about this. And this is not meant to hurt anybody's feelings. And this, again, is this underrepresented or marginalized thing because I'm apologizing for speaking my truth. And I shouldn't do that. So I'm just going to jump into this. Because it is hashtag causeascene. It is hashtag change our communities. So I found out today because someone told me that PyCon is happening during Mother's Day. So I looked at my calendar, and I know it's a week-long event, but it's not even a week-long event that starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday or something like that. Mother's Day is smack in the middle of this event. And when we're talking about inclusion and diversity, when we're talking about underrepresented and marginalized, when we're saying there are not enough women on the platform or attending these events, this is reason why. So I don't know whose decision it was to do this. It may be justifiable. There may be financial reasons. There may be all kinds of reasons why it made sense. But if one of the core values of this community, of this conference, is to be inclusive, this is an epic fail. And this is an epic fail. And if I were to score, it's that kind of thing where you could be doing everything right, but perception is what is reality. And this perception is that women were not considered in this decision. Now that might not be true, but perception is everything. And although I am not a mother, and that was by choice, I don't want as people will learn, I don't like kids like that. So I'm not a mother, but I do have a mother. And if it came to me making a decision of speaking at this conference or attending this conference or celebrating my mom, I wouldn't go. And so that's the conversation I want to have, because because I haven't spoken to anybody there. Was this even a consideration? And if it was a consideration, what factors made the choice to have a huge conference, one of the biggest Python conferences in the world, to start on a weekday in the middle of the week, run through Mother's Day, and end in the middle of the next week? That is an epic fail for me, because I just don't know. I'm challenged with finding, and as you can see, as I move forward, you'll see my angst and all this, because I don't want people to troll me. I don't want someone to snap on me, but if they do, trust me, I'll snap back. But these are hard conversations. These are really hard conversations. And these are the conversations that and the reason I'm doing this, because we need to stop having these conversations behind closed doors. My hope is that by bringing this up and asking for us to have a conversation, is that other organizers of events will think about the ways they're unintentionally excluding the very demographics they're asking to participate. That is the only reason I'm doing this. So think about, what are you doing? What decisions are you making? What conversations are you having? What words are you using? What venues are you hosting your events at that are unintentionally excluding the very, and you can see I'm nervous because my hands are, because this is uncomfortable for me. It really is. But like I said, I put myself out here to do it, and I'm going to be transparent and do it, because that's just who I am. And my word is, and my reputation are something I've cultivated over the year and a half that I've been in this space, and they're very important to me. So these are just things to think about. What are you doing unintentionally that excludes the very demographic that you say you want to include? And if you don't have the answers to that, just reach out to me, reach out to other people in this space, because we can have these conversations. So that's it. Again, it wasn't intended to hurt people's feelings, but if you received it that way, then there's nothing I can do about this. It's intended as an opportunity to learn and to improve our communities and organizations to be more inclusive, diverse, welcoming for all. So thank you. Goodbye.